Howdy, folks, and welcome to episode 215. More gaming was had, and there's more gaming to come. Hope everybody has had a good week so far. Hope everybody had a good weekend. McMurray is here, and I had a good weekend. I'm sure he had a good weekend.
Accurate. Very good weekend. Fun times.
So, just before we came on, we got my buddy Gordon. What's up, everyone? How you doing, Gordo? Charles is in the house. Good evening to the best gamers in the world.
I don't know about all that, but I enjoy us.
Buddy Gordon says, "Hey, Charles." Telemachus with his nugget of wisdom. You might be a gamer if you've canceled plans because your character was on a quest. Can confirm. Bunkhouse Games, Dougie's in the house. Evening all. How you doing, buddy? Nordic is in the house. Hello, everyone. Fucking hot as all get out. Who turned the heat back on? Boo, I say. Boo is right, sir. Boo is right. Not only is it hot, but it is also humid. Saturday at about, what was it? About 1:30 when we stopped playing Yard Fighters. It was 85 degrees, and the humidity was such that the the dew point was something like 78. It was there was a lot of sweating going on. I got Chris Long in the house. Hey, all. How you doing, Gordon? He's saying hello to you and me. And then Charles, Nordic so far, 7 games bought this month and received 2 more on Friday. Outstanding, Charles. Outstanding. So yeah, we had a good weekend. Saturday, we got some games in. I played Yard Fighters. I've got some photos to show. After we got done with that, we went inside. Went inside, and McMurray and I played a 6mm World War II armor game.
Quick question,
I don't know
Chris.
the name of it. What's up?
So my as we talked about, my Mars 3 unfortunately decided it didn't want to print anymore.
Yeah.
It wanted to self-destruct. So replace that. The question is, do I do the Rook test print or just try a test print out of something that I laid out?
That's a good question.
Should probably be asking Chris Long some of this too, but yeah.
Actually, I would probably go with the Rook test print because
Christ's sakes. All right.
We know that it is. Yep.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
He says Rook.
I
He
know.
says Rook. Yeah, we played a desert North Africa game, Brits versus the Germans. Got some photos of that also. While that was happening, on the other half of the big table at Wiley HQ, Steve was running a game of Fistful of Lead composite, doing Terror Island.
Jesus, this could take 3 hours to print. All right, whatever.
Told me says I never print any of that
Mechanical sensors.
test trash. I man up and print the hardest thing I have the first time.
I actually changed 2 printers out this week.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because the Neptune I re-leveled like 8 times, and I don't know what happened, but it still keeps just digging the nozzle into the print bed.
Oh boy, that's no good.
So that one's over there. It's still there, but um, the current Happy printer, uh, where the hell is the off switch on this thing? It just occurred to me I might as well turn it off so it stops using power.
Which one?
The Neptune.
If it's
There it
like
is.
mine, it's the back left corner.
It is. I found it. Night night Neptune. Well, except for that I flipped it. The light went off on the power switch, and there's still. Oh, there it goes. Nighty night, guys. But per the suggestions of one fantastic Mr. Fry, how do I turn this thing around? Back camera. I grabbed one of these Anycubic Cobras,
Oh, nice.
which is working quite well.
Outstanding.
So these are some 28 mil, like Stone Age, not even Stone Age. They're kind of light fantasy, quote, barbarian huts from Miniature
Right.
Land. And there's a few more of them, and then there's also a wall that goes around them and a little rune stone in the center. We're going to use them for, a buddy of mine really, really wants to play Pillage. So we're going to use them for that. Probably wind up using them for some Lord of the Rings stuff as well. But then speaking of Lord of the Rings, you guys know I was painting up a bunch of 10 mil Lord of the Rings. 10 mil Weathertop is just
there you
finished.
go.
Just
Nice.
finished. Just finished. Actually, I don't think it did finish. Okay, it did. That doesn't look like it finished, though. Either way. Bam, Weathertop. This thing
Nice.
was already going ham for me. And now I knocked the magnet thing out of alignment. Stand by. This thing's all kinds of see-through, though. And I think it being self-contained might do a whole lot to combat that wintertime freeze on McMurray's 3D printing,
Yeah.
which is nice. So I got that going for me. Yeah, dude, this thing is fresh enough stop that it doesn't want to pop off of the. I got to take the whole. This is the first time I've had to take the whole magnet sheet out. It was fresh enough that it didn't want to come off of there. I don't think this bottom layer finished printing, but I don't think it really matters because the top goes straight on top of it.
There you go.
Oh, it's super duper didn't. That's okay. Whatever. I don't think there's crap on the nozzle, so we should be okay. It also self prints, and then it's got like a little spinny brush deal on the back that cleans the nozzle every print too.
Oh, that's cool.
It's kind of wild. I don't know. This has kind of told me that it might be worth upgrading 3D printers before one breaks, just because holy shit, this is insanely user friendly. Also, both of them were dirt cheap. I found them on sale.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I replaced the Mars with the Mars 5 because the Mars printers have been nothing if not champions for me.
Right.
And then this one was a Jeff suggestion, which, as you know, I often enjoy using 3D printers that other people that I know have,
Right.
so that I don't have to, so I can just ask them for tech support. But, anyways, and the cool thing about this Anycubic, I had it and I was trying to. It was weird. The USB drive was not wanting to transfer files, but you can just send it via Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's cool.
So I can just sit on my couch. I come up here, I pop it off, then I can sit on the couch, figure out whatever I want to do next, and remote print it, which is kind of cool. It also prints real quick, like the Neptune does, which is pretty awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I got to figure out why my Mars isn't printing. It reads the file, it starts the process, but nothing. So I got to make sure that the light's working.
Yeah, when I went to take my Mars down, I realized that in the I guess in the process of it exploding, the on-off switch on the front is just straight stuck in place, does not move.
Oh wow!
I was trying to at least give it a dignified death and turn it off, but that was not an option. Just had to unplug it. Whatever. The new one is test printing now, so hopefully it'll be going gangbusters. Given that I
There you go.
started messing with 28 millimeter Lord of the Rings recently here too.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of the guys that used to be out all the time to come out, and we're playing. I still have next to no desire to play Middle Earth Strategy Battle, but they all really enjoyed playing Lion Rampant, and we discussed at great length playing Orc Rampant or Gondor Rampant, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Using those rules for Lord of the Rings because it's pretty much perfect. You can even mix magic in with using Dragon Rampant. So
There you go.
that covers monsters and magic quite well. It's a little generic, but even so, it's pretty outstanding, and people are really looking forward to it. So now all of a sudden we're all scrambling because a lot of guys have a bunch of models, but only painted enough for a couple of battle companies worth. And this one was, let's start painting units 12. Let's do this. So that's a good point. I grabbed out, you remember a couple years ago last year at March to Victory?
Yeah.
I grabbed that Mordor box from the store there because it was a little bit on sale, and mainly because it's a good store and I wanted to support them.
Right.
I got out. So those orcs that are in there are like the original starter set orcs, where they're almost all one piece.
Right.
It's pretty slick. Big fan of that. But so I grabbed those guys out, assembled them, what little assembly they had to do, primed them, and then I painted all 24 of them last Friday, and they're based now.
Nice.
So we are well on our way to Orc Rampant. I got some Warg Riders and a Ring Wraith to paint. And then honestly, we should be pretty close because 3, well, that's still pretty small, but yeah, because 3, no, that would be 2 full units of infantry and 1 unit of cavalry, which is not enough to play Dragon Rampant, except that I already have the previous guys that I had painted, which should give me enough to play at least a small game. Plus, we decided we wanted to do that in time that a buddy of mine who is at Historicon grabbed a whole bunch of flea market stuff for us. So we wound up with a couple hundred Lord of the Rings models for like $100 between my buddy and I.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, tons of Uruk-hai, some more Warg Riders, so that'll be good. And then honestly, there were a bunch of special characters mixed in there, which was entertaining because, I mean, I don't give too much of a shit, to be honest with you, but Buddy was super excited because they're all, if you're buying from Games Workshop, they're obnoxiously expensive.
Oh, absolutely.
But and they're cool. There are some of them are cool figures. They're certainly not like $20, $30 cool figures, but
right.
That's also part of the reason why
you're going to get them in a batch of stuff. Why not?
Well, yes. Also, that got me back to, I should start 3D printing some stuff. Because, like, Medbury Miniatures has a bunch of really, really good stand-ins for Gondor. And there's a few other places that do, too, as well as other stuff. Most of the stuff I printed for battle companies other than basic orcs, or that I had used for battle companies when I played that for a hot second, was all 3D printed. Lots and lots of 3D printed orcs and big angry orcs and stuff like that. But anyways, it's been a good few days for gaming, to say the least.
Good.
At least in the McMurray world.
Yeah.
Because I got back, played some, Blood and Plunder. We played Chain of Command 2 for the first time.
How'd that go?
Ran through that. It was good. We screwed up. We hadn't played Chain of Command in a long time, so we just immediately, the first 3 or 4 phases where we used the fire effect table instead of the hit table to start with.
Yeah.
So the first couple turns were, or first couple activations were bloody,
Yeah.
but then we figured it out, and it went well. There's not a whole lot of. Seems like most of it is kind of polishing changes, and then some minor stuff. Like you don't have to wait till you have a full chain of command die to utilize your chain of command points anymore, which is nice.
Oh, okay.
Um, it seems like they might have realized that, oh man, okay, most people are just waiting, and the only reason they use the chain of command die is to end the turn to end bombardments. So that, or if you're rolling 5s and you have a bombardment on the table, then you just sit there and don't do anything with it. But now there's other random kind of cool stuff you can do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I think the next time we do chain of command over here, it'll be version 2, but more sooner than that. We're going to get a game of Quadrant 13 in sometime this August.
There you go. What's that?
That's the sci-fi version of I Ain't Been Shot, Mom.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That'll be cool.
So, yeah, we're going to do it in 15 millimeter. So, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to add any troops to it because I don't know where they are.
That'll happen.
But I think between Copeland and Joel and our friend John Isbrand and Chris Southard, they should have enough all the way around. So
I'm about to say, I feel like finding 15 millimeter troops of almost any variety for you shouldn't be too bad.
yeah. So
what figures are you using for that?
I don't know. I've got some when I can find them. I've got some GZG stuff,
Okay.
and also some he went to school with my brother. Jay introduced him to gaming, and then he started sculpting and did a whole line of sci-fi troops in 15 millimeter. Panzer something Panzer, Micro Panzer, Micro Panzer.
Oh yeah.
He was always at recruits. So I don't know if he's doing it anymore or not, but they got some pretty good. He had some pretty good sculpts. I liked him a lot. So.
There's always, like, I'm about to say, with your printing, dude, just get some of the like 8 millimeter, because there's all kinds of epic Star Wars stand-ins.
Oh yeah,
but some of them are sculpted like obnoxiously well. So I would put not a paycheck, but an amount of money on the fact that you could find some cool ass Star Wars stuff to print at 15. And honestly, if it's sculpted at 6 or 8 and you print it at 15, they're going to be a breeze to paint.
Exactly.
That's some of my favorite stuff to do.
But we did end Saturday with a pretty neat game. I got to admit, it was a lot of fun. And that is
Saturday.
Backyard Destroyers.
Oh, yeah. That was cool. I had a blast doing that. I did not know if it was going to work that well. It went pretty fast.
Yes, it did.
But honestly, for the weather, that was 100% a great thing.
Yes. Yeah. It was like, what, 45 minutes maybe?
Something like that, yeah.
If that.
Yeah.
Well, it was a lot less than that because it was, when I came outside, I said, I've got 57 minutes before I have to leave.
Yeah.
And I was leaving about 20 minutes before I had to leave. So
fair.
Yeah, it went quick. your ships look great.
Thank you.
The I did like the rolling the dice. Um,
Yeah,
so
that was fun and challenging. I think I was trying to
yes.
think about that. I don't know if that would be easier or harder on like a floor as opposed to the ground. I don't know.
Um, I think if we were doing it like in a gym, like a gymnasium or a big empty classroom or something, I think
Yeah.
the ball would be better than the die, but the die seemed to be a little better on the grass for whatever reason.
Oh yeah. I just mean I don't know about balancing the difficulty of it. Like I don't know if that would make it
Oh, yeah,
so on one hand it might roll a little cleaner, but at the same
yeah,
time it'd be like playing bocce ball on pavement. Like your stuff
right.
might
Oh,
just
yeah,
keep going and going and going and going and going.
right.
So I don't know. We'll give it a shot.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up photos of the weekend
Outstanding.
to show people. Um,
I am sad I didn't get to shoot anybody down in yard fighters, but that's okay.
so, my buddy Chris came out ahead with
Yeah,
he got two
Copeland came out with
kills.
2, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, so this was my fighter. It was not a Mirage, uh, and there was the enemy coming our way. They were not MiGs. Um,
One of the cool things I got out of that was that Jay did all of that design work and cutting himself. That's kind of cool.
yeah, yeah.
Like so
So and
the
then
those wood fighters guys, Wiley, I mean again, is a graphic designer by trade,
right,
but so he did all the layout and everything to then laser cut and etch everything into there. It was cool.
yeah,
Badass.
they, yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can. Yeah, all of that is laser etched, and then he just used paint pens to color it. Spray painted it green or khaki, and then paint pinned the cockpits, the nose, and whatnot. So they were on magnets, so they could get stored easily. Um, yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had not P80s.
I need to get my 1/1200 scale battleship game on
Yeah,
point in terms of I need to print a shitload and we'll play and I need to build a bunch more stands and we'll play
right.
like a chunk of Jutland or some nonsense.
Yeah. So you can see that he is holding a bag full of washers, and we had two colors of washers. We had a black washer and we had a blue washer. A black washer is a machine gun burst. A blue washer is a missile fire. Um, and what we did was, when it was time to shoot, if you see down here in the lower left hand corner of this picture, you see a box, and in that box was 9 spaces, and in those 9 spaces, wherever the washer landed on, that's where on the airplane you hit. If anybody's ever played either Crimson Skies or the futuristic space tank game Centurion, where you had a box full of boxes, and wherever you hit, that was the column that you either did three down for a machine gun hit, or a 2x3 for a missile hit. And you see there's another shot of the box down here on the lower right there. and it was about 12 o'clock, and we in the afternoon, and we were sweating our buns off. Um, but it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We did have shade set up, so that was good, uh, and had plenty of cool water and other beverages to drink. So yeah, there's the not Mig. But once you ran out of washers, you were done. You were out of ammo. So each plane had 12 shots. The not MiGs had 10 machine gun and 2 missiles. Uh, the P-80s had 4 missiles and 8 machine guns, and the Mirages had uh, 6 and 6. So, but once you ran out, once you pitched your last washer, you were out of the you were out of ammo, and you either became a target or you go home. And there's Mr. Copeland, the winner of the game. Um, so, and there's what it looked like with with the fur ball going. Jay Wiley is going to actually put this out. I don't know if it's going to be just a PDF that he's going to put on the website or what, but he is going to put the game out uh, for uh, for consumption. Yeah, when you get real close, it becomes real easy to hit.
It also goes really easy to get hit, as they figured out in Yard Fighters. We used a very similar system.
Yeah, yeah,
Did not work out well once people got to point blank range.
no, no, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. Then, of course, we got Steve's Terror Island. Always a beautiful setup. Um, this middle tree here, I had never seen that used before.
It is beautiful.
I I had not seen it before. It's really cool. It's got these little uh, you know
Platforms.
platforms, battle tops. So as always, the miniatures looked amazing.
There's a good shot of the tree.
Yeah, let me go back to that real quick. Yeah. So and they were doing a treasure hunt. And then this was our table with the 6 millimeter Germans versus the British. I had uh, I had these 2 units. These were Panzer twos and Panzer threes. Um, McMurray over here had some Panzer fours. I think these were the Panzer threes with the L50,
I
and
thought you
then
had the long guns, didn't you? Or did the other guy?
no, yeah, I had the long guns. Yeah,
Yeah, you had the long 50s, he had the short 50s, and then the
yeah,
martyrs.
yeah, yeah,
There you go, Brian. Now we're back to historicals.
yeah.
Also, hi, Brian. Hi, Jeff. I go for it. We had a couple jump in, but Brian, that table, I have yet to play on a table that I enjoy as much as your the free movement zombicide game. That was gorgeous.
Yeah, that was a great game. So, yeah, we were just
Actually,
rolling out there. in
Speaking
Desert.
of Lion and Dragon Rampant, these rules that we used for this were also written by Dan Mercy,
Oh, okay.
the same author.
It was a good little game. It was fun. Lots of death and destruction. We came out to figure out it was a tie after it was all said and done. We had a lot of dead. They had a lot of dead. And
They had a lot of
then,
Matildas, which made it absolutely brutal.
oh yeah, oh yeah. So, then we got to play in McMurray's game.
So
Plus
these are the
700 scale.
Japanese.
Yep.
The back is the submarine tender Maru, and then on the front you've got a Momi and a Matsu class destroyer.
Hmm.
The British were intercepting, so you got Momi in the foreground, Matsu in the background, and then here you've got HMS Vampire, and so Vampire's in the foreground. And there's an E class destroyer in the background, and then there were two O class on the opposite side. Yes, there's a good shot of Vampire. Or it's just a V class. HMAS Vampire stayed in the uh, Mediterranean and Atlantic for the most part. But yeah,
It's a good shot of your stand right there.
I need to redo the stand toppers. The wake isn't bad, but the like blue bleaches out in pictures like this. You can barely see the other stuff. Yes, that is 1/700. Um, they're from a whole bunch of different places between geez, what do you call it? Like Tamaya, Fujimi, and a few others, depending on
Yeah.
what ships you're looking for. Same
Now
thing,
we used.
just like we discussed last week, actually, when we basically came with the rules in about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We used washers. The good thing is I chose destroyers that basically all had 4-inch or 4.7-inch guns. Um, so we used washers, and you essentially put the box next to your target, and you stood at your ship. You threw a washer for every gun tube you had. Bob's your uncle. Making it into the box was 1 point of damage.
Yep.
Making it
Yep.
into the cup was 2 points. Um, yeah, I feel like if somebody who was a regular drunk with yard games had showed up, they could have ran this
Oh,
thing
they
like
could.
they were Ching Li.
Yeah, they could have cleaned house real quick.
But then keep going. Let's see if we got. So yeah, there's the movement. Everybody can move a yard and then essentially rotate up to 90 degrees. Like I said, I need to build more stands. I have one extra stand. I have 8 total that I've built. They are fucking heavy though. Um, Brian, the distance was the true distance between your ships. So right there you can see the box sitting down next to Matsu. That's because Ken and Dorian in the background there in the dark shirt and the red shirt were firing on Matsu as it advanced.
Yeah.
Um, the you can see the torpedoes there on the foreground in the center right. Those were the foam dice. Likewise, you just stood at your base and you rolled that towards the enemy ship. And if your die wound up resting against or on top of the base, then you did that many points of damage. So the potential to do 6. But yeah, it's pretty fun. You get after it, walkabout. I've been rocking them for a while. They're very very fun. They work really well on like floors. They worked half decent out in the yard too.
Yep. Yep. That's the last picture of the get up. So
A-okay, that's a pretty
uh,
good action shot.
yeah, yeah. It literally has everything there.
Yeah, that's true. Including Ken getting real excited because Dorian just got some hits.
Yep. Yep. So it was great fun. Great fun. So I think next time uh, next time Jay Wiley does the airplane game, he's going to just do biplanes. So it's going to be
God,
all
that
machine
sounds fun
guns.
too. He's doing the Thomas Foss thing and just having everybody paint their own or color their own at
Yeah.
the start,
Yep. Yeah.
which is
So
going to be super fun.
yeah. Uh,
No, it's pretty
and
awesome,
then
Nord. You have to
uh,
walk up and down mountains, and that's not fun.
yeah. You don't need money, dude. If you that and to be honest, it's really not that flat around here in Kansas City. If you want flat, go where my mom grew up in West Texas. That's
I mean,
flat.
you're in Missouri still. Most of Kansas is pretty obnoxious.
Oh yeah, it is fairly yeah. Well, Western Kansas especially.
Oh man, the Royal Oak Navy has two ships named after the one, the only Mini Warmut and Sexy Hexy. That's pretty badass,
There you
Chuck.
go. There
Charles,
you
that's pretty
go.
awesome, buddy. Hell yeah.
Yes, Kansas is nasty. It's a horrible place.
I would agree with that on just a fundamental level. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's
Missouri's
Kansas
awesome.
is Kansas is the not quite as cool as Nebraska, and the only reason Nebraska is cool is because of its zoo and its Air Force Museum. Literally, the only reason I ever want to go to Nebraska.
And because
To
it's
go to,
not Kansas, but yeah.
well, yeah, but anyway, and then you with what you're saying about making more stands is because we got to get a shit more uh, ships out there
Oh yeah.
and battleships next time.
Oh yeah. Um yeah, it's battleships will be fun because they can take a substantially larger amount of punishment. Battle cruisers would almost turn into the same game.
Oh yeah,
Especially if we're talking Jutland battle cruisers. The nice thing is the trick is when it's that simple, having everything essentially having a very similar scale of armaments in terms of caliber is nice. It might make battle cruisers a little awkward, given that
right,
doctrinally the German battle cruisers had the speed and the armor, but not the guns, and the British battle cruisers had the speed and the guns, but not the armor. Which is
right.
why doing part of the battle ship clash might be pretty outstanding when you can get everything rolling around with, 13, 14, 15-inch guns and then tons of armor.
Yep.
Then nasty St. Louis. Hot, dirty, nasty, awesome St. Louis.
Right. St. Louis has got it's got some cool stuff going for it, man. I gotta admit. I gotta admit. The zoo there is probably the second best zoo I've ever been to.
And it's free.
Yeah, well, that's what makes it even better than most.
Correct.
And then I never got a chance to go to any of the museums there, but they're free also,
Correct.
which is
The art museum is
really cool.
fantastic. They are awesome. Like, Soldiers
They're
Memorial is good. Honestly, the Museum of Jefferson Barracks is pretty good, and the curator is a gamer, so he puts on games
yeah,
every
yeah,
now and
yeah.
again.
I've been there twice. Uh, the Civil War Museum
Yep,
there at Jefferson Barracks. If you were ever in the St. Louis area and you don't do anything else, go check that museum out.
it's pretty
Uh, it
slick.
is it is real cool. I actually learned quite a bit uh, about uh, Missouri's involvement with the Civil War that you would think would be taught in school, but it's not, and I don't understand why. Um, they're they easily could have a Missouri history, a whole, if not a semester, a whole, if not a whole year, at least a semester of Missouri history, and you could spend a shit ton of time on what went down during the Civil War era, um, and they don't, and it's a damn shame.
Correct.
Won't dive down into that rabbit hole too deeply, um, but yeah, it's a good museum, and there's a lot of good things about St. Louis. There's also something Drew's
What?
frozen custard. I can't. There's a famous frozen custard joint down there.
Ted Drews?
Yep, Ted Drew's. That's it. Yep.
Yep.
Uh,
Very good and surprisingly affordable, which is
yes.
entertaining because a lot of places like that wind up getting stupid expensive. But
Oh
Ted
yeah.
Drews has kept it manageable, which is pretty slick.
Yeah. They've got one there. It's called the Cardinal Sin, and it's vanilla flavored frozen custard with chunks of chocolate and cherries all mixed together. Um, it is quite delicious.
Oh, yeah.
And it's honestly, if I remember correctly, it's not that much more expensive than going to Dairy Queen,
No, it's
and
not. It's
and
pretty
it is
fantastic.
infinitely better tasting.
Correct.
So
Yeah. Honestly, one thing that my lactose intolerant ass enjoys on a far more regular basis than actually fast food, especially when it's hotter than sin, is getting soft serve ice cream from places. And I'm going to be real
yeah,
honest with you, McDonald's, like just ice cream, I've never experienced anything but the same like product. As opposed to
right.
Dairy Queen, it seems like half the time it's just fucking terrible.
Oh yeah, it's all grainy and gross and ugh.
Yeah, like what the hell's that, man?
They it they they let it run, and then they turn the machine off, and then let it melt, and then turn it back on.
Dude, I don't know, but it's not good. That's
Yeah.
what I know, is
Uh,
that it is not good.
Now there's a place in Pittsfield, Illinois, where I over by where I used to live. It's called Dairy Ripple, and they've got some outstanding soft serve ice cream. You've got two choices every day. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is vanilla and chocolate. Tuesdays is vanilla and lemon, or Tuesdays and Sundays are vanilla and lemon, and then Thursdays and Saturdays are wild card. Sometimes it's good stuff, sometimes it's bad stuff. Like so, when they've got a cycle that they go through, and there's stuff like red velvet cake and birthday cake and lime and just nasty ass shit. Then they've also got great stuff like butter pecan and cappuccino, and yeah, so
See, I don't need any of that nonsense. I just like the vanilla. And
oh, their
yeah,
vanilla is excellent. Their vanilla is always superb. It's it's never not good.
you should have,
Uh,
Jeffy. Although at the time I didn't need any help pooping, so maybe ice cream wasn't the play.
could be, could be. So, but so I ran into um, at uh, Battles and Brews in the backyard. Ran into a couple of the guys that live up north of the river here, that get together on Thursday nights and do gaming.
Nice.
So I need to reach out to him. I'm on their email list now, and they're getting together tomorrow night to do some gaming. Um, what was it that they were doing? Let me pull that up here real quick. Gaming this week. What does Doug say?
Oh, Doug, who was on our team in the tank game?
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Wasteland Warriors.
Nice.
So, I actually need to reach out to him and find out where he lives. So, hey, 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 dog. Quiet. Oh, God.
Brian, I was thinking about you when I was playing Lion and Dragon Rampant, buddy. That seemed like right up your alley with the kind of low
I'll be
fantasy
right back.
type stuff. Yeah, it'd be good. Um, what's everybody got on their tables? Yeah, Brian, like I said, I was thinking about you. It was one of those, man, this seems like a game warm up would get all over. Join me in painting just an absurd number of figures to get it on the table and get it rocking. Because you're pretty stinking good at that, to be honest with you. Um, let's see. Let's see. Jeffrey, how is the most fearful sacrifice going? Hexy. Deploying against Russia. Yeah, I saw you. You've been playing a lot of Napoleonics recently, Nord. I've been enjoying the updates on Facebook, man. Um, it's pretty outstanding. Pretty outstanding. We got all kinds of stuff rocking around. Working on 1/18th scenery. Jesus, I thought you were doing micro scale. That's like colossal, dude. Good Lord, Walkabout. What is 1/18th scenery for? Is that a commission or Brian? They're really cool. Or anyone, but they're really cool. I have actually, I think I have 2 copies of the first edition of the Lion Rampant rules, as well as the second edition. I kind of like the first edition is really tightly written in terms of they're not long rules. Um, it's certainly not as pretty of a book as the second edition, but it's nice to you don't hunt for rules when you're looking them up. You can basically just flip to like 1, 5, 6, 7, 8 page section and find all the rules you need, which is pretty slick. I like that a lot. That's awesome, Ryan. Nice. 5 parsecs is the same base system as like 5 Men in Normandy and stuff, right? From Nordic Weasel or something like that, I think, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I know Reese was playing 5 Men in Normandy at one point. I'd imagine he's probably still playing, but he was putting out videos for it at one point for a second there. Um, oh, God, yeah. Horus Heresy will cut straight through your gaming budget like it's not even there, man. Good lordy. Oh, boy, time to go to the Discord in a little while.
Yeah.
I'm jumping in on my Uruks here. I have like 8 or 6 scouts. So I'm trying to test out how I'm going to paint the rest of these dudes too. I'm thinking I might speed paint the skin on them with like a real dark black brown. Um, and then go back through and hit. I have still yet to find a good. I used to have a Vallejo Air that was gunmetal, that was like a black metallic. I have yet to find a good replacement for it. And it makes me really sad because that stuff is perfect for stuff like Orc and Urukai armor. And yeah, I got some real expensive nonsense from miniature market from Turbo Dork that looked like maybe the right color. Some of the consistency is just garbage. So the search continues, but who knows? That, or maybe I'll have to mix up something. It just seems like when I mix up, like I've tried doing it and mixing, a normal silver or metallic with some black. Okay, yeah. So that's what I tried, and for whatever reason, so it seems like I haven't done everything with each of the colors that I've tried, but it seems like that kind of gets goofy sometimes in terms of mixing nicely or well. Guess maybe I'm just gonna have to get after it and do some more of them and see if I can't make it work. But yeah, because that would be super helpful with these guys. Hood strikes north. There you go. SPI's Kadesh. You got Chariot. Is that a press tags scenario, Charles? I hope you do some videos on how to play for that, because I tried reading the rules at one point in time for either Chariot or Legion, and was just having a hell of a time. I can't find it in stock. Nord, maybe I'll have to just order some. Maybe tomorrow after I get off work, because I should be getting off work a little earlier, I'll trek on up to Mark Twain, or not Mark Twain. Yeah, Mark Twain, up in St. Charles, and see if I can't find it up there. They've usually got a pretty complete Vallejo selection. Up at, well, we do local gaming plugs here, so Mark Twain Hobbies in St. Charles, Missouri. History Dad, the Second World War. That could be cool. Is that now, Brian? Is that different than 5 Men in Normandy? I don't know much about the system. I just know it's something he released that was World War II based. So it's entirely possible that's a really, really dumb question. But yeah, like I said, I know Reese Poo Poo loves that system.
Yeah, he does.
Right? I need to figure out with Reese. I got a wedding coming up in Northeast Arkansas in at the very start of October. I need to get a whole bunch of stuff. Mark Twain Hobbies. I would imagine you probably, hopefully, you heard about it here. That, or I know they do a ton of railroad and model stuff. So if you do model stuff,
Yeah,
I'd
they do.
imagine you might have seen it in a modeling community. Hopefully, you heard about it here. I like to plug the local places. That's also a place that if you're traveling through the area, it is right on the side of Highway 70. So if you're
Yeah.
traveling east-west through the U.S., stop at Mark Twain Hobbies as you're coming almost into St. Louis. I think it's at Cave Springs is the exit. It might be Zumble, but even so,
It's Zumble. Cave
it's Zumble.
Springs is Minute Market.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You heard about it from a trucker. Hell, man, that's my point. It is quite literally just, it is what you could throw a rock from their parking lot and hit Highway 70. It doesn't surprise me you heard about it from a trucker.
Yep. And they've got all kinds of model stuff in there. They've got train model stuff. They've got ship models. They've got 135th scale
Yep.
tanks and
Tanks, infantry. They got the
RC.
72nd. They have a huge RC stuff too. That's a good point. I wasn't even
Yeah.
thinking about that. Yeah, a lot of RC stuff. Oh, a trucker we all knew. That's
Yeah,
not a trucker.
yeah.
That's a douchebag. But yes. Yeah, I'd imagine if he's been hanging around there, they're probably pretty fucking tired of him too.
Just saying. Just saying.
But yeah, this is it is a good shop. It really is. So yeah, if you're passing through the area or even through, from Kansas to Illinois, what have you, or vice versa, it's definitely worth a stop. And Chris made a good point. It is 5 minutes from the Miniature Market, St. Charles location.
Yep.
So it's pretty cool. Usually, if I was going out there to play a game, I'd stop at both.
And across the highway off Zumble is also a Half Price Books.
Correct.
So,
which can be a very good find for reference materials and rule books every now and then. Not necessarily, but sometimes. Sometimes even war games. Or war games have been quite nice for that sometimes. Got all 5 press tags from Noble Knight at one time. Good Lord, Charles, that might have set you back a pretty penny. Although if you got them separately, they're usually way cheaper than if you try and buy the big press tag set, because that's ridiculous. I looked into that when I was trying to find ancient/medieval stuff to play. I wound up what I really enjoyed, I think I told you this, Charles, is I really, really liked SPI's Great Medieval Battles. That's fantastic. The little 4-pack. I believe that's the same system that they use for their Lord of the Rings games that they released for it as well. But those, again, are rather expensive. But that's got, I think the 4-pack is 3 medieval scenarios, historical scenarios, and then one that's like a King Arthur Merlin thing, which that's the one I have not played, but I should, because it looks real cool. Okay, so it looks like this this speed paint mix might be pretty solid for Uruk-hai skin, and it's going on real nice. The nice part is there's not huge chunks of skin, so there's no tea staining. It's just a really easy way to hit it and not have to worry about overlapping and whatnot. Yeah, St. Charles, I'm never an unpunched guy. Hell, half the time I'd rather, if I could find a copy clipped and punched. Oh no, that diminishes the value. Not for this guy. I was super happy to get It Never Snows clipped and punched for less than MSRP. That was delightful.
There you go.
Yeah, that was a good day.
Well, this past Sunday, finally got a chance to go to Half Price Books to spend my gift card for my birthday, and found a copy of Gulf Strike.
The game?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I picked that up, took it out to the car, opened it up because it was tape sealed, and it was missing pieces. I could tell it was missing pieces because there weren't any loose pieces, and there was a frame with pieces that had been punched. Like, yeah. I mean, if it had been like $10, $15, I probably would have kept it because everything else was in there except for like this half frame of stuff like for like nations from like, Morocco. Like, I think I can do without Morocco, but it was a full $50. It's like, no.
Hard pass. That is the worst thing about buying games from them, though, is they will not let you open it up and check.
Yeah.
Period. Flat out.
They had no problem with me bringing it back, but I brought it. I bought it, went out to the car, opened it up. Nope, taking it back. And they said, sorry about that. I'm like, hey, it's not. I mean, y'all aren't board game experts. You're book experts. It happens. Don't worry about it.
That's fair. The unfortunate reality is I would put money on the fact that they just taped it back up and put it back on the shelf.
I hope not, but yeah, if you're going to the Half Price Book store in Independence, Missouri, and see a copy of Gulf Strike,
do not buy it.
Do not buy it with the Desert Storm edition. Yeah. So I was a little disappointed, but what I did get while I was there is
That's awesome, Nord.
This nifty book.
What is that, Chris?
The
I got the
Military
texture from
History
it.
of World War II.
Nice.
Um, and it's got talks about well, like it's got a lot of drawings of whoa, look out. There we go. It's got a lot of drawings of like ships and tanks and planes of the time.
Hell yeah.
Uh, so I mean, it's very rudimentary, but hey, it's pretty to look at.
Yep.
So it's like it's got here pictures of the Sten guns and the uh, the Enfield number 2 Mark One revolver and the Webley Mark 4.
It's kind of like some of our friends. Pretty rudimentary, but pretty to look at.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Soviet anti-tank weapons, Luftwaffe aircraft in the east.
What'd you paint, Brian? That's badass. Is there a video up yet? Did I miss it? What'd you
What do you
paint,
paint?
dude?
What do you paint? What do you paint?
I'm guessing Zombicide.
You know what? I bet you're right.
I mean, that's a cheap guess, but
Um,
that or
I
it might
saw.
be for um oh god, what was the game he just asked Chris Long about? That or a game for the RPG you're starting up.
Painted a Zombicide Invader miniature of Harrison Ford Blade Runner.
Hell yeah, dude.
There you go.
Hell yes.
We need to get another Zombicide game in, buddy.
That game is super fun to play online. Be real
Yeah,
honest
it
with you, that
is.
game's
It
badass to
is.
play online. And you run it
Yeah,
super well. We
yeah,
die
yeah, he does.
basically
Oh,
every time.
all the time, but that's half the fun, man.
It is.
Because we can tell the story of how we died.
Exactly. It does, Jeff. What scale? Are you still doing your sixes, buddy? You might not have heard this, Chris, but both Jeff and Todd are big 6 mil gamers now.
Woo,
Well, I take
yeah.
that back. Are both big 6 mil guys. Jeffy is painting and Toddy is playing. Todd played I think Rapid Fire in 6 mil here recently. It was an awkward all right, I know you're gonna make fun of me for this. Can I borrow some 6 mil? Can I borrow some 6 mil stuff? um
You mean get some of your stuff out of storage?
no, so the only thing that I have of Todd's in 6 mil is terrain, because he gave his 6 mil figures to Kevin to, go to Big Muddy for
Yeah.
fundraising purposes. Um, so I have his 6 mil terrains. He gave me that quite some time before even the whatchamacallit. I think I traded him a Flames of War um, a Flames of War bag or two in exchange for his 6 mil terrain back in the day. The awkward part is his 15 millimeter Flames of War stuff is currently in storage in my house. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I was there when he had it picked up and he was punching. He was cutting out paper models to try it again because the 6 mil guys that I have are based for Rommel, so it's like a whole platoon on a stand. Like it's a 2 inch by 1 3/4 inch stand that's got like 20 something 6 mil figures on it because each stand represents a company.
There you go.
But so that made it, I feel like that made it a little difficult to play something where a stand represents a squad because they're huge on the table. And B, I just don't have that many because I haven't played any truly massive games of Rommel that would necessitate, a couple divisions. I think I've got
Oh.
a regiment or so of most things and a couple regiments of Germans, maybe.
Actually, Chris Long is the guy to ask on this. on my Mars, it recognizes the file. It'll start doing the print, but the the build plate is clean and there's nothing in the vat. There's nothing
Oh
short in the
shit!
vat.
There's not even anything stuck to the FEP.
Nope.
Oh, that's rough. I missed that part.
Yeah.
I thought you were
So
just having FEP models.
uh-uh. Would that be something I need to double check with the lighting, or is there something else I need to check on?
You do have resin in the vat, right?
Yes, yes, I do.
Uh,
Hey, that's a good call. I mean, there have been times when I've started it and it's ran all night, and it didn't have the
ooh.
build plate.
Oh yeah. Yep.
It tests the LCD, yeah, because
Chris Long, were you here
it
when I
was
was talking about new
working.
printers?
It was working 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I ran some models, and it worked fine. And it moved from one side of the room to the other side of the room, and that's the only thing that changed. So
Jeff, I was telling everybody about the new printers, buddy. I got the Mars up there test printing now. Chris Long, I think you were here for that, weren't you? New printers at the McMurray house. Um,
I need to figure out something to. That's where that came from. Okay. We tried to see if the tank cleaned for 30 seconds and see if the resin
we
cures. I have not.
we did 100%. Jeff was the lifesaver. I think I said that when we were first talking about it, Jeffy. But yes, for those of you who weren't here, Hex to Hex was my tech support in getting that Cobra set up, which was invaluable because I am not a technologically inclined person. Um, and he rocked it out and helped out, and we got that thing printing, and it's been going pretty nonstop ever since. Still doing the set a long print while I'm at work and a shorter print overnight, and then bust the short print off in the morning, set a long print going, and then rinse and repeat in the evening. It's been rocking and rolling. Already threw a spool of filament, Jeff. Already through. Oh, I need to set something new to print. Well, let's get the skin on the rest of these Uruks that I'm painting. Oh, this turned into a big batch, by the way. I did those first like 10, and then I grabbed the next 24, which is terrifying because then there's still like 20 pikemen to do. The Historicon flea market did me very well. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Jeff, did you wind up with that 4-spool job for the printing in color?
Yes, we can hear you. Sorry,
Okay.
I had y'all on. I had myself on mute.
Oh, okay. That's all good.
So,
I was just confused. I'm good at dropping out and not realizing it.
no, I was saying I need to figure out something to run my. I need to run my Neptune. I gotta make sure it's working, so I need to figure out something to print on it.
I think you
Okay.
should probably print. Well, you were doing a bunch of. You were doing a bunch of. Oh God, War Master stuff too, weren't you?
Yeah, but that's not for the Mars. I'm looking for something on my to make sure my Neptune is still working.
Yeah, terrain.
Yeah.
get on Thingiverse and print some Ringgold stuff. He's got amazing Lord of the Rings themed terrain, including like a lot of different city walls and stuff. I mean, it's Lord of the Rings, but it works for anything. You know that.
Yeah.
It's just really well designed. It's quite delightful, to be honest with you. That's one of the next things that's up on that Sonic. Um, well, yeah, you guys saw me print the weather top. That's his. Um, but he's got different. It's cool because he's got a wall set and like a gate and building set for basically every nation or whatever you want to call it for um for the Lord of the Rings, all the way from Harad to the elves to even like the city of Bree and stuff. It's pretty outstanding. Like it's worth just printing the walls for War Master, Chris.
Yeah. What's the guy's name?
Rengald, Rengald on Thingiverse.
Rengald.
Yep. To be honest with you, you could also he's got a bunch of dwarves. You could print. There is also Gondolin. You are correct, Nord. He just put out a bunch more. To be honest with you, he's still putting stuff out, which is nice. A lot of places you find people on Thingiverse and they've kind of tapered off. He's got stuff that was just going right now.
Okay, I'll have to look him up.
Okay, let's see here. Let's print off. Let's start the next thing in that Barbarian Huts pack. I am also a huge fan of Orcris miniature lands, like I was talking about earlier. All of his stuff is on my mini factory, but it is incredibly reasonably priced, and it almost all prints without supports, which is
nice,
phenomenal, man. Absolutely phenomenal, and he's really good at what do you call it? Labeling whether they can or can't, so you're not guessing.
Right.
I have not put together an Angmar 10 mil stuff. Part of that was because like I said, my resin printer decided it wanted to destroy itself, which makes me sad. I really liked that old Mars. That thing was a trooper. Okay. The issue is I wasn't printing these huts in order, so I have to go back and look at each one to see which one I have printed and haven't. What?
Goofy ass dog.
Oh, well, yeah.
Hi, pup. Hi.
Dogs can do that.
He's in my bed chewing on a Coke bottle.
Dogs be like that sometimes.
Yeah, he is a goofy ass beast. All right, let's take a look here.
Yes, you should, Jeffrey. Yes, you should. How is I might have missed your response, Jeff. I apologize. How is A Most Fearful Sacrifice going? I know you were doing the dusk turn a couple days ago for the end of July 1st. Let's see here. What all 28s do you have, Chris, other than just your Star Wars?
I've got Space Marines. I've got what else do I got? Tau, Orcs.
So just Star Wars and 40K?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
I've got I've got a crap ton of Samurai.
in 28 mil.
Yeah, Metal Samurai in 28 mil.
Oh, from Clan Wars. I think we talked about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
There is a bunch. Oh, dude, Nord, both Hexy's game and the game that Todd and I are playing, that Todd has started playing on his own because the schedule is not the easiest to coordinate. The Confederates are just running roughshod. There's a bunch of desert stuff, Chris. Not necessarily desert stuff that you would throw into a like a Tatooine board, but there is a cool
yeah,
desert campsite that's a big tent that might be entertaining to put like Jawas next to, except for you don't really have any Jawas. Never mind, I take that back. There is a giant samurai castle. That is badass. I've seen that printed out. Are any of your Clan Wars painted?
no, I need to get to painting them.
Well, maybe you could race painting your Clan Wars versus printing this giant castle and then play Fistful of Guts or something.
Right, fistful of seppuku.
Yeah. Yeah. Fistful of gunpowderless isolation.
There you go.
Let's see here. Yeah, the whole giant samurai castle is $18. These are the things that I just printed the bejesus out of. Like I got or no, that was Patrick Miniatures, but another company that, yes, you could. That's a good point. Nord just won Fistful of Wang, although they're Japanese, not Chinese. But even so, Rodney Dangerfield wouldn't call the difference, so I don't think we need to. Object parts. Let's see how many there are in here. A lot. Holy smokes. It is colossal, though. I printed a couple of his ships. They printed pretty well. He's got pirate ships and whatnot, some Viking long ships and stuff. He also has a medieval cog model that I really, really want to print to use for everything, to be honest with you. Because that's the sort of thing you could certainly use for like Lord of the Rings, as well as, you know, my fantastic rabbits and whatnot. We've also been playing a fair amount of 1 hour skirmish, which is quite fun. We're talking about playing 1 hour skirmish with some pirates and whatnot, as well as a swashbuckling game that Kevin Fitzpatrick plays with. It's designed for Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
But we played it with pirates once, and that was quite delightful also, to be honest with you. It's very Hollywood not hack and slash, but you know, sword and swashbuckly. It's fun.
Yeah.
You can build up advantages for combat by, like, you know, throwing an insult at somebody or all kinds of stuff.
Hey, stop!
Yeah, knock that off. Listen to Donna. Man, I don't know what to do. See, the other cool thing is a bunch of miniature lands, like ruined castles, would be perfect for like a fiefdom or abandoned, you know, fort in Gondor, which is pretty sweet. Snake Pilskin. Oh God, now we're diving into it here. I do wish that my mini factory would be a little. It seems like
less easy.
No, a little easier, to be honest with you. It seems like half the time when I'm doing stuff, the pictures don't necessarily like to load.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you were saying it was too easy for you to get stuff.
Oh, it certainly
It's
is.
it, and that gets you in trouble.
It 100% is. Um, it absolutely is, to be honest with you. Been real tempted. I don't remember what I was looking at that had a $1 tribe membership that still got you 40% off all of the stuff. And it was one of those, oh God, that's no, don't need to see that. The last thing I need is $1 to get 40% off stuff.
Right.
That is, in fact, very arguably exactly the last thing I need. But yeah, there's also a tag on here that is supportless or support free.
Oh, there you go.
It's not what I needed, because now I'm just looking at all kinds of stuff.
Why are you not working?
I've been real tempted recently. I'll be honest with you, real tempted to print a dice tower of some sort.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm missing out on something that Warmut and everybody else has with dice towers. I built a couple in my younger years that were like terrain pieces that were pretty fun, but it always took me quite some time to do. And the results were not always the greatest, but even so. One nice thing is that Wargames Atlantic and Medbury are quite handy for avoiding, again, paying retail for Lord of the Rings figures, which is super slick. Big fan of that. Did you find what you were looking for, Chris?
Well, it's not wanting to. It's not wanting to do what I want it to do.
What's that?
It sees the file, but it doesn't want to confirm that I'm going to print said file.
Nord, very much like the rest of the Epic line, I would continue to play in the reasonable and established scales that I play in now.
Until another one comes up and you say, ooh, cool.
Well, yeah. Except for with how Warlord's Epic stuff has been going recently, it's been obscenely expensive anyways. But yeah. Brian, have a good one, buddy. Good luck with that. Enjoy,
care,
man.
sir.
I know you got that big campaign kicking up. It's going to be fantastic. I don't know if you guys saw that over on Mini Warmatch channel, but he's running a campaign. If you can get 4 people together and play 5 parsecs, he's running a big thing, and it's pretty slick. He's putting everything on. You just got to be there and participate and have fun.
Oh, that's cool.
It is. Man, see, I'm running into the same issue that I always have with my mini factory, which is I leave tabs open for stuff that that I'm thinking about getting. Then I leave them for a few days. And if I come back to them a couple times and say, yeah, I still want to grab that, I'll grab it. The issue is sometimes those windows can wind up with a lot of tabs. A lot of tabs.
Yeah. I know the feeling.
It has worked exceedingly well for me avoiding actually buying things, which is nice, which is very nice. But man, it is easy to wind up with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it is. Okay, let's try this. All right, let's slice it. And let's save it. Reboot the printer.
Oh, that or maybe my mini factory's just having problems because it says it can't be loaded. Try again later.
Oh, there you go. Eject.
I have also done that, Telemachus. I have 100% been there, buddy.
I played Traveler a very long time ago. All right. System is currently starting. Please wait. Make sure there's nothing in the way of all the moving parts and pieces. Plug in. Print.
Oh, one thing that I can't find, Chris, I went looking for it. I can't find that stupid Legion minivan Winnebago looking thing that I printed and painted up like the possum van. I went looking for that to try and gather that whole collection up in one spot, and I couldn't find it. That's frustrating.
Looking Neptune Pro 4. Why is it not wanting to? Print. It's not even allowing me to. I can see the file. Actually, I see two different versions of the file. Normally, one is the one to let it go. The other one, I don't know. Actually, yeah, that would be a pretty cool Traveler campaign. Andor.
That's Star Wars, right?
Yes, it is.
Outstanding.
Yeah, it is both the most and the least Star Wars media out there. And what I mean by that is no Jedi. There's very little space combat. Uh, but it is also has a lot of Star Wars feel to it.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Which makes no sense to me. Um, nor it doesn't have anything to do with the build plate being level. It has everything to do with the machine not wanting to select the file to print, and I don't know why. It's weird. Browbeating the machine. It's about to. It's about to happen. Um, so it says he doesn't care much for the Disney Star Wars, but Rogue One, Solo, and Andor are really good. I will say that for the most part, Disney Star Wars has been pretty good. Um, the three saga movies were hot garbage. Um, Book of Boba Fett could have been better. The Acolyte was, it was okay. It wasn't great. Um, but yes, Andor, Rogue One, Solo, all were great. As was Star Wars Rebels and Star Wars: The Clone Wars um, animated series. All of them excellent, excellent. I turned it off. I did not unplug it and plug it back in. I shall do that next. Uh, yeah, Book of Boba Fett could have been a lot better. The thing I didn't like about it is they made they always put him out as he's the greatest bounty hunter of all time, and he would do anything to get the job done. Um, Morals were for somebody else, and he's taking over as a crime lord, and then he's a goody two shoes. Um, I did like the show Ahsoka. I think they did do a very good job with Thrawn. Actually, if you read the new Thrawn books, um, he's even more menacing than he was in Heir to the Empire series. Um, I think they did a really good job with him in that. Yeah, with Ahsoka, you need to definitely watch. You definitely need to watch at the very least Star Wars Rebels and the last season of the Clone Wars. But to really get into the full of it, yeah, it's one of the you gotta watch about 11 seasons of animated shows, which by all means do. They're great stuff. Oh, I also love Bad Batch. The Bad Batch is really good also. So, all right. Let's see. Are you going to work for me? Nope. I think it has something to do with the file, how it's being saved. Uh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I did not like the Vespa bikers at all. That was again. I get what they were wanting to do with it, but it just did not. it didn't fly for me. It did not go well, in my opinion.
That lizard-esque Bosk popping up would be pretty entertaining.
Yeah, that'd be tits.
And what's the
Absolutely.
mummy-looking guy?
Dengar.
Dengar. There you go.
Yeah, and then of course you got Zuckus and 4LOM.
Yes. And IG-88. That would be a cool one.
Well, they had IG-11, which was an IG series in The Mandalorian.
Okay.
And what was funny about that is they blew the shit out of him, and then they repaired him and made him into a nanny bot.
A nanny-bot?
Yeah, they brought him back to life, and instead of a killer droid, he was programmed to protect the Grogu, the baby Yoda character. And
Oh, wow.
he took that shit seriously.
Oh, wow. Well, you win some, you lose some, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay, come on, you piece of garbage. Why are you not working? Why you no work for me? Yeah, exactly, Scal. I get what they were going for, but it's I'm right there with you. It started out like it was going to be cool, but then it wasn't. Lord says, I think this requires one of your epic rants. Just go off on the 3D printer.
Yeah, I did that with. I have tried that with a number of 3D printers, and it has somehow never worked, which makes me very disappointed. But yeah,
Okay, Elegoo Neptune 4 Pro. That's right.
that's the one. That's what you got.
Rohan House. Right there.
Hell yeah, that's the perfect fit for
We're going to slice it.
War Master.
We're going to save to the removable file or removable thing.
The USB drive?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, McMurray technology.
We're saving. We're saving. And the thing is, I've saved it to 3 different USB drives.
Hell yeah.
And we're saving.
It'd probably be like a good chunk of a bottle, Nord. Although he's doing it in 10 mil, which is helpful.
I'm also doing it on my Neptune, so it's it's the stringy stuff. Safely remove hardware. Ejected, no name. You can now safely remove the drive. Remove the drive. You now plug it in to the printer. Give it a little bit. Press print. Print this model. Confirm. And I cannot press the confirm button.
I bet you if you hit it like 7 or 8 more times, it'll work. Sorry.
Dude, I'm right there with you, man. I don't know what is going on here. Neither of my printers are wanting to work in this basement, and I don't know why. Okay, let's try a completely different file.
Wait, now your Neptune doesn't want to work either?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is the Neptune doesn't want to. When you go in and you tell it to print, and it brings up the list of the files. I tap on the file and it says, "Print this model." And there's a confirm button, but the confirm button doesn't work.
That's shitty.
Yeah, it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a completely. I'm going to find a completely different file to print. Let's see. Let's go with Harad Building and Trees. Let's see what we get there. We'll download some of this stuff. Go to Files. Harad Building. Let's download that. Okay.
That's a good point. Are you using the Elegoo slicer or what?
Yeah. The Ultimaker Cura.
Yeah.
One I'm supposed to use.
Hmm.
All right. So slice. Okay. Put the drive in. Come on. Here we go. Okay. And we're going to go to no name. And we're going to save. And it's saving. And we're going to eject. Boom, 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 boom. All right, print.
Scala suggests reformatting the G-code file. Nord suggests reformatting the flash drive.
How do you I know how to recode
Oh.
the flash drive. How do you recode the G-code file?
Probably just
renaming.
resave it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also fully support Nordic in his endeavors to office space a 3D printer.
No. Just utility. We're going to go no name. We're going to go erase. We're going to go. We're going to call it printer files. Erase. Do.
I disappeared before I ever made it back. I have to go. What? No, you don't. Tell Sam and Jay I said sorry. I'm
All right, done. So now let's go back and let's name. Save.
Rename the file print, damn it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's taking a lot longer to save, so maybe that's a good thing. Maybe, I don't know.
This summer, I'm excited to not be covered up. My shirts were extra large. Now I'm wearing a bikini.
All right, so eject. We renamed it. Eject. Come on. All right.
Yeah. Sorry for those of you who are listening to us try and troubleshoot 3D printers. It's almost as cool as watching paint dry.
Almost.
Yeah, not quite. We can't. We
Hey,
gotta
there
start
we go.
slow. Is it going
I
now?
don't. I don't know if it was a rename issue or if it was a what issue, but
Whatever, man. If it's going, it's going.
yeah. All right. Hot diggity daffodils.
I probably need to get a new computer too. Everything is taking forever. Slicing files takes several minutes. Saving files takes several minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a McMurray's 8-year-old computer problem.
Sounds like it. Well, my 5-year-old computer's still plugging along nicely.
That's fair, but this also was not a great computer. It also, actually, I take that back. It might be 9 years old now because I got it when I was still at the range for quite some time when I got it. It also was used at that point, so God knows how old this thing actually is now. I'm thinking about it.
Right. All right.
It's kind of
Nozzles
another
up to
one of those
temp.
machines that's done sterling service that I probably need to just kick the bucket on, but whatever.
Okay. Nozzles up to temp. We're getting the bed up to temp. And we'll be good to go. Supposed to get to 60 degrees Celsius and it's currently 52. 53. There we go. Just moved to Orca Slicer. It's the 1987 Corolla of slicers, referring to Cura. It will usually get you from point A to B, but it's leaking oil and rattles above 35 and smokes like a chimney.
Oh, that'll happen.
Orca Slicer, huh? I gotta look that up.
Yeah, it's fair, Charles.
What did Charles say?
That he's got enough 6 mil micro or 15 and 28 millimeter miniatures, kind of, but not necessarily. Well, that's a good thing, Bunkhouse, because in September you've got the Going the Distance challenge with Warmut, where you set a distance that you want to paint, and you see how much you can paint. It's pretty wildly fun, to be honest with you. It's wonderful. Um, I think this year he and I are trying to paint as much out of our respective small scale ACW starter kits as we can. Because he bought, I'm not even going to say it, Nord. He bought a dumb ACW small scale starter kit. And then I grabbed the one from Bacchus 6mm for Palamos. And we're going to see how fast we can paint each of them. Because at one point in time, we did this immediately following last year's challenge. We decided this. Because at some point, the fantastic Mini Warmutt, in his infinite wisdom, said something along the lines of, I can do that. I can paint mine faster than you can paint yours. Which is the best way to ensure that just absolute stupidity and rushed speed painting happens. But we decided last year at the immediately following the paint challenge that was going to be our guidelines for this upcoming one. So that should be quite fun. I can't blame you, Charles. There's some really cool older miniatures out there. I certainly have my fair share of Ralpartha and the like. They're just fun. Every now and then you find a real odd one too that's quite entertaining to mess around with. Okay, our first test is not going to be battleships. I was about to do that, and I was like, the printers that I've had my best success with sometimes have problems with those. So maybe we'll lay off them for a hot second.
All right, we're up in print.
Hell yeah.
Nord says, "Go balls to the walls or go home."
Oh, yeah, I know, Nord. I just don't. Honestly, once that test print start, I would hope that I'll be able to just pop the bed off, drop the models into alcohol, and then go to work in the morning. Instead of potentially having to clean something all up and out again. No guts, no glory is correct.
However,
And I'm usually all about it, but damn.
well, actually, I'm a little disappointed that Mike didn't show up tonight.
Oh, that's fair. I wore my his shirt is now my Wednesday shirt or my Tuesday night gaming shirt.
Yeah.
Occasionally, because for a long time there I was wearing my Chronicles of Nache t-shirt. It's gotten a little worn out.
So's mine.
But so I've been wearing my Meandering Mike t-shirt, and I've met some folks who instantly recognized it and said, "Oh, I know Meandering Mike." Hell yeah, you do.
That's right.
And then I've also met some people that are, well, who's Meandering Mike? Boy, howdy, let me tell you. One of the coolest cats on the YouTube.
Yes, he is.
One of the guys goes, he's got every game they ever made. It's darn close sometimes.
You would not be wrong.
Yeah, it is legitimately wildly impressive.
There you go, Nord. That's the way to think about it. Start small, work your way up. That's the best way to go about it.
So what, start with 6 mil?
No, he's doing the Fallout Wasteland Warfare miniatures, which are like big 32s.
They are. They are all big dinero. As well.
Charles says he's aiming for about 120 Romans in 15mm.
120 Romans in 15mm? Oh,
Yeah.
Charles. Those are 15s, buddy. You can paint a lot more than 120 Romans in a day in 15 mil, buddy. I believe in you.
All right, looks like we're cooking with gas now.
It,
Hour and 8 minutes, and this thing will be done.
it sounds like it. What are you painting? Or what are you printing?
The Harad house.
Nice. That's a fast print. It's pretty small, but that's a fast print.
It is. How tall is this son of a bitch? I mean, it is 63 millimeters tall.
Yeah.
So it's going to use 13 meters of what do you call this stuff? Filament. So the great thing about living over here is that if I need filament, I can do one of two things. I can either go down to Micro Center in Overland Park next to Tabletop, Game and Hobby,
Yep.
and pick up a spool, or I can order it on Amazon and have that shit next day.
Welcome to metropolitan areas, baby.
Yeah.
I also have a micro center. Hell, the micro center is like a 5-minute walk from my house.
Yeah.
But that's what. Yeah, the micro center in St. Louis. You're probably I would assume. Well, have you been to the micro center in St. Louis?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I went to go get some thread, some filament,
Oh yeah.
because I was in the middle of a project and I ran out and I couldn't wait the week and a half it was going to get shipped to me.
That's reasonable.
It was I had to go get it for my Savo Island.
Oh, there you go. Yep. Yeah, that's just north of the house. You're under a half mile from the house down
Yeah.
Brentwood.
Yep.
Yep. Good times.
So it looks like this is working well. That's a good thing. Now I can just figure out the Mars and it'll be good to go. So.
Hell yeah.
No, Nord, I didn't. I am not painting an entire Savo Island. I painted an entire Savo Island.
You did.
Let me see if I can find that photo real quick. Because I did it in 1/2000 or 1/12,000 scale to go with my 1/6000 scale ships. All right.
Right next to the house, Dougie. Real close. Holla the next time you're down there. I'll come up and say hi. You can't kick back and relax on Bikini Atoll. You never know what testing is going on that day.
Right.
He did. He printed it in quadrants, Nord, for an outstanding Ocean Thunder game. We were playing Roll Around the Island.
Here we go. This was from 4 years ago.
That's all right. That's a good point. I did not take that into account. There is a difference between Midway or Bikini Atoll and Bikini Island.
So there she is. I found a website that will create an STL based off of geodata that you can find on maps on the internet. And so I found Savo Island, the correct information on Savo Island, and created a STL file, and boom, there's Savo Island. Now, once it was printed, I did spray paint it and flock it with
Foliage.
foam foliage. Yeah. These are 1/6000 scale, Lord. So you're looking at a couple of two destroyers and a couple of cruisers right here. That would be the Canberra, and I think that's the Augusta. I think. And this was from yeah, 3.5 years ago. March to Victory 2023. There's the Japanese battle line. These are the ships that Chicago, not Augusta, Chicago, and Patterson. These are the ships that I gave to Reese. Reese has these ships now.
Nice.
Then, of course, we played Thomas Foss's Breaking Lances game, which is a freaking blast. And then here was some Fistful of Lead fantasy.
Chris, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Chris, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Are you hearing me? Hello, hello, hello. We can hear you, sir. Yes, those are skeletons manning the cannon there, Nord. In fact, these are Thomas Foss's skeletons. So it was quite fun. This is a 15mm Space Marine stuff. Using Fistful of Lead Bigger Battles, Galactic Heroes Bigger Battles. And this is the Fistful of Lead game that I got shot in the face with a RPG twice. And we lost McMurray. His audio crashed out. So, but yeah, it was a good time. But yeah, we have been going for over 2 hours. So I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up for the night. I think we'll do a retrospective on the last couple of March to Victories and Battles and Brews, and just talk about the games that we've run and played and whatnot next week. So, but thanks again for joining, everybody. Thanks for being patient while I figured out my printer. It is appreciated. and you know, keep up the gaming. Yeah, and I'm doing some shaking because the camera right here is on the same table as my printer that's printing, so we got the shakes going. So, all right, guys, everybody, thanks for showing up. I appreciate it, and hopefully Reese can join us next week, as well as have McMurray back. And until next time, we'll see you on the flip side.